Thank you, Shepard. Well, you plan to fly? Well, get ready to pay, because just as you are taking off, I hate to break it to you, but a lot of you are going to get ripped off. So many fees, so little time, and all apparently in record time. But safe to say, this summer travel season, pretty much all the time. Welcome, everybody. I'm Neil Cavuto at Frontier Airlines, the latest carrier to start charging you for placing a bag in the overhead bin. I know. Overhead bin there, done that. Overhead. Anyway, so you're thinking, cheaper to check my bag, and then I'm done with that. No, there's also a fee for that. And if it's a big bag, a really big fee for that. Because whether or not you're carrying it, you're paying for it. But do not say I didn't warn you about it. You could sit on your carry-on. This way they don't know, and just say, hey, I'm tall. Or you could fly commando, can't you? I've told you, Morgan, you'd ignore me. The best bet is to fly commando, but whatever.
They choose, do I carry a bag or not?
Do I dress on the plane or go commando on the plane? These are all individual decisions. You're right. May I suggest this change? Take command, fly commando. So feet up, well, you better suck it up, because aviation watcher Mark Murphy says these fees are going to keep piling up. Well, Mark, this is seriously, I don't know, effed up. What's going on here?
That's all I love the commando example. What's going on is they're going to make more money. So Frontier, in doing this, will make more money to their bottom line. That's why they're doing it.
But they can't just come with a simple rate and say, all right, this is the charge from New York to Chicago, Chicago to LA. They have to do all this Byzantine
stuff. Look at
stuff.
your reporter. Your reporter's sitting there trying to figure out.
I know.
That's a single airline. And this is the whole thing. It's transparency on the internet. What do they want to do? They want to get the lowest fare there. So Kayak and Expedia and Orbit shows the lowest fare. Frontier floats to the top. Then they want to do, what they want to do is make the profit there on the back end. One way or the other, they're going to make a profit. And by having that transparency, they're forcing that issue onto the back end.
In other words, to get on these sites and Travel Advisor and these others, your advertised fare is the general fare to get from A to B.
And that tends,
all this other stuff is extra. But why can't these sites say, oh, by the way, there's this fee?
Well, you would need a matrix, literally, to figure it out afterwards. And here's what happened. If you go back about 6 years ago, they started really pounding you with those checked bag fees. So what did people do? They brought the bags on the plane, and they jammed up the boarding process and everything else. And that's why they say, oh, our overheads are full. You know, and you got people carrying bags back and forth to get them checked at the gate. I
think they should arrest people who bring up these huge bags and try to get them in the overhead. Please, we don't have time.
Exactly. So they're trying to alleviate
the airlines
that.
are trying to stop that. But well, now they're hurting you whether you carry the bag on or not, though. So what's your solution?
There is none. You're at the mercy of the airlines.
Well, there is the commando one that I came up with.
You can go commando.
You mocked me when I first said
it. Exactly. We're still trying to figure that out. So what you would do
is fly with no luggage is what it means.
You go on United. I mean, there are choices out at Denver. So you can fly different carriers. Now, Frontier.
But you pay more for the ticket.
You'll pay more up front, right? But maybe you'll get more things as part of it. Maybe you take the Mileage Plus credit card and you get to check your first bag for free and get priority boarding, you know, zone 2 as they call it. So there are ways around it.
Is there any way you can avoid fees altogether, or because so many of them are so involved, just as Alicia was pointing out, that there's very rare the opportunity where you'll avoid a fee altogether?
Stay home.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, literally, if you want to get from point A to point B,
or walk,
or stay home, walk, ride your bike, you know, you have to do one of these things. So if you're going to fly, you are going to pay those fees. And then what I would suggest, talk to a travel professional. They will sort out all those various fees and tell you net what your actual cost is going to be. Because you may be better off flying on that major carrier and taking a connection and getting your bags through with your credit card, let's say your Mileage Plus card, in order to.
Well, they've even changed the Mileage Plus card system now. Right? It's based on how much you pay, not how many miles.
It depends on the airline. So Delta instituted that. So yeah, and that's really sticking it to the small business owner. Guys like me, I've got 60+ employees. Delta's incentivizing them to pay more for the ticket because they'll earn more for themselves in terms of frequent flyer miles. And that flies.
So even you're insulted, and this is what you do.
It's killing me.
Mark, thank you very, very much. Again, I've warned you at home what you can do. Mark's the expert, as you know. I play one on TV, but I have tried to help you here, and you're not listening. By the way, if you wear the same clothes for a week at a time, only those immediately around you notice. Just say. Are you willing to pay for that overhead bin? You can tweet us at Team Cavuto with the hashtag #TodayFlyCommando. It's pretty good. We're going to share your thoughts later this hour.